The director is Errol Morris. He was born on February the 5th in 1948 in Hewlett, New York. He took on a new project and became a New York private detective, which led to the film The Thin Blue Line. The documentary is about a police officer's murder in Dallas, Texas by Randall Adams and David Harris. The Thin Blue Line represents the law enforcement officers that protect the nation and honor the officers who have sacrificed their lives. The issue of the documentary focuses on crime, determinism, and capital punishment. Randall Adams and David Harris were on trial for murdering a Dallas police officer. The film gives the views from witnesses who are around the crime scene or who were close or associated with Adams or Harris. Given to the audience shows that the evidence was not substantial enough to break the case. However, the evidence points that Harris had a history of crimes and is most likely to be found guilty, but he was already in jail for another crime. In the end, Adams was a scapegoat to end the case.
The filmmaker's purpose of the film is to present evidence from both sides and let his viewers decide whether or not David or Randall is guilty. The filmmaker does not seem to have an argument because he shows an equal amount of evidence to both sides of this case. In the beginning of the trial, there is evidence against Randall, but in the end, evidence against David balances it out. The case gets validity from all the data collected from the crime scene and all the interviews. The attitude of the director is neutral. The film has changes in music, video clips, interviews, reacting of scenes, and others to produce its point through cinematic technique. The structure of this movie presents the case from beginning to end by going in chronological order. By doing this, it allows the viewers to select the guilty.
In the beginning, all fingers were pointed at Randall Adams, but through more interviews and the collection of more evidence, the case leaned more toward David Harris being guilty in the end. In the end, Morris showed one last interview of Harris to let his audience decide who was guilty, Randall or Harris. Justin Howe from the Washington Post stated that this documentary is more like a waking nightmare than a docudrama because it is a real story.